inquiry-based, so it's really good for project-based learning. But what I really, really like about, and I think special about PebbleGo, is it's specifically designed for that kind of K to 5 set. If we think about PebbleGo and PebbleGo Next together, you know, they're designed for that K to 5 set. In my opinion, as a librarian, as like an information specialist, it's really important that you get quality digital products kind of pushed to students rather than kind of expect them to find stuff on the internet. And this is one of the few products that I know of as a librarian that is actually bespoke made for that age group. And the other thing I really like about it is it has all that kind of language acquisition and literacy support. It has it all kind of quietly built into the platform, just there operating and working for the students. So that's kind of, for me, from my perspective as a user, that's how I see it.
I've noticed that quite a lot of kids are very interested in axolotls due to kind of Minecraft. We're going to delve into the axolotls article here. So the way that we have it set up is that we're giving students a secure online environment. In some aspects, we're mimicking what it would be that they're seeing should they come to a web page, but they've not got those distractions. We can see the read aloud audio at play. So we have this button here.
Axolotls are salamanders. They can be many different colors. They have 4 legs and webbed feet.
And I'll just pause that for the time being. What you may well have also noticed is that alongside that read aloud audio, you also have the text highlighting, and they work in conjunction.
Yvonne, can I jump in and ask you a few questions?
Go for it.
So, I mean, what I'm seeing right here is I'm instantly seeing chunked text. I'm seeing like dyslexic friendly fonts and spacing, things like that. I love the highlighting with the voiceover, but you're saying that this is a natural, this is actually a person reading it, right? It's not like some sort of machine robot reader.
Yeah.
This is actually a native speaker reading this text with the tone and pace and emphasis of a native speaker.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's really important.
It's one of our big investments, really, is having those voice actors to read these pieces out loud.
Yeah, and so I'm seeing a cookie trail here, which is a kind of a traditional navigation technique from the internet. So it's a good time for young people to start learning that digital literacy.
We've touched upon this being bite-sized. We have the tabs that run along the top that chunk things up.
So they're not getting large scrolling text.
No, certainly not at
really
this stage.
paced, and so it's not intimidating. So if we're thinking about, like, you know, struggling learners, people who are having reading difficulties, or people who are reading in their second or their third language, this is very much oriented towards them being able to bite off this reading and grow confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to that effect, all of our articles also have supplementary information to extend learning. So there's activities that you can find. These usually ask critical thinking questions that, you know, they vary in complexity from PebbleGo to PebbleGo Next. But you can see here on my screen, we've got axolotls, we've got a share what you know.
And that's printable.
It is printable, yes.
So if you want to, you can get off screens here too.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm noticing watching you is that wherever there's a thing you can manipulate, so for example, that photograph, you can make it bigger. It animates and it has a small sound effect, which is really interesting, because that's instructing in digital literacy. That's instructing in digital skills for young kids who are still kind of learning the rules of how things work in the digital world. So having small bits of animation or small sounds indicates to them that something's going to happen here. So this is what I love about it, is that the literacy tools and also the digital literacy tools are kind of just built into it, and they're there. And I think that really shows you how much underpinning research and design work's gone into the whole package. Let's have a look at PebbleGo Next. Age groups now, so this is grade 3 to 5, am I right?
It is, yeah. So you'll notice pretty much as soon as we move towards an article that there'll be a big difference. We'd perhaps be looking at the science module and kind of digging deeper into it. we can go down this breadcrumb trail, but equally we can jump straight into forecasting weather. And from there we can find out, you know, different elements of it, what
And it's
causes
opened up
weather.
the cookie trail for me too.
Pardon?
Like you searched and went straight to it, but it's opened up the cookie trail of how to get here as well.
Yeah.
At the same time, which is a really important feature navigation wise. I think that's really great.
And we've still got these tabs along the bottom, so we can still kind of navigate across.
Right.
But you can see that the content is longer form, it's more detailed, and equally it's more age appropriate for those grades 3 to 5. We still have, yet again,
a beautiful sunshine-filled day tomorrow, said.
And I'll leave it there. And where one of the other differences lies is that we've got this scrolling motion. So where we didn't have that in PebbleGo, we're trying to give them little chunks of information. Here, we're really calling to a world, a real life example of scrolling through the internet in a secure environment.
I want to ask you about the linking feature here, because I think it's one of the things that makes it really easy for people to integrate with whatever their student management system is. And the link feature, tell me if I'm wrong, that when you grab a link, so maybe you've got that Axolotl's article and you want to send it to some students, the link, when you copy the link, it enables the students to go straight into that Axolotl's article without any passwords or anything, because you linked them straight from your school. So the access there is amazing, because they could be at school or they could be at home, they could be on their personal tablet or on a school PC, and it would just walk them straight in without passwords. Am I right?
You are, yeah.
So integration's like simple. I think there's a lot here, which we already knew coming in. But there's a lot of advantages for students and also for teachers as well, In particular, I see there's a lot of time saving, because it's such an easy piece of software to start using.